Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 410. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're going to take a look ahead at 2024. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
We're back. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down again.
Okay.
Yesterday, we took a look back at 2023, talking about all the stuff that we were right about, the things we were excited about, the things we were happy that happened. Today, we're going to make some more predictions for 2024, get people super hyped for opportunities to get to meet and greet your boys, talk about some of the things that we are excited about. But before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs, and the official beer sponsor of this season of CCO Sidewalk Slam, Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They are the second coolest thing to come out of Regina.
Very much so. Can you imagine if we went to Regina? Then they
would be the third
thing. I'm glad we made that mental connection just now.
Absolutely. Yep. I knew where you were going with that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Couple things.
Okay.
FusionGamingOnline.com.
Yep.
This is your last opportunity to go there this year and use CCO Summer promo code or CCO Perks promo code if it's your first time. Then it would be your first and your last opportunity to use those promo codes in the year 2023. This is our last show of the year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, look at us go.
I wish I had an air horn.
I
I should get one.
No.
If I ever came in here with
Can you imagine blasting an air horn in this tiny room? We would just die. we would just be dead.
We just you see all the moisture come out of our skin somehow, and we just be desiccated corpses.
I went the opposite way, like on Family Guy when somebody's head explodes. That's the way I went. Yeah.
Now they'd be like a desiccated bird corpse and turn us into some kind of energy drink. Yeah, I've been learning lots about energy drinks over the last couple of weeks. Because Ric Flair has one called Woo Energy, and apparently you're only allowed to drink one a day. And it's got a bunch of like mushrooms and stuff in it.
Whoa.
And it's got 5,000% of your daily intake of B12, which I know isn't really harmful to you.
Well, most of them do have a lot of B12.
But it's still like a funny amount.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If you get 5,000% of virtually anything from anything, it's going to be funny. And I can't think of a single example that is not that.
We won't get into energy drinks and upper limits and the daily recommended number of international units of vitamins and supplements.
No.
I could go deep on that.
Yeah, we're not going to, though.
That was what I went to school for.
Yeah, not me.
Ah.
Yeah, I learned about it on the internet over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so it's we pretty much have the same information.
Correct. Yes.
Everything on the internet's correct, as long as you heard it on Commander Cookout.
Yeah.
FusionGamingOnline.com. Go there, buy your magic cards, or you're going to buy them anyways.
Correct.
Do it.
Save money. Pay less money
Do it.
for what you're going to buy anyway.
Do it.
Or else.
I want to get right into a look ahead before we move on with the business.
Okay, what are we looking ahead to?
Okay.
What are we looking at?
And I mean it this time.
Okay.
This is to everybody in CCO Nation who watches Brando's box openings on Commander Cookout. That's the BBO on the CCO.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Go to Fusion, buy a box, use the promo code, ship them to Brando's house, get him to open them.
Oh, yeah.
Then he'll send them to you.
Those are fun. I've done a few of those now. And I get to alphabetize things and put them in a little box.
Look you don't have to do any of the hard work.
Yeah, I do it all. The last one I did, I alphabetized by color even.
Whew.
Yeah, I alphabetized all the commons, uncommons in Jank, and then all of the good stuff, I put in perfect fit sleeves and put them in their own little box, and then put that box inside the main box.
There you go. If you don't care about somebody else opening up your cards, get Brando to open them, get the boxes at Fusion. He'll get him like in a day, because that's how, like, we're pretty close to Fusion. Like, we're one,
boxes
we're one
get
province
shipped
over.
So fast. So fast.
If you're in Canada and you want to open your own boxes, just get your own box. That's fine too.
Yeah.
But I want Brandon to open and do more BBOs, and you guys can help with that. And you'll get a discount on your box, and you get them alphabetized. I didn't know that part, but
I don't actually mind doing it. I sit down and I watch a terrible movie, and I alphabetize cards. It's very relaxing, actually. Me and Big Urs.
There you go.
You might get some Ursula fur in the box if you want it. I can
if
even
you
pluck
want,
some out.
yeah. If you don't want it, if you're allergic to dogs, he also has like a hyperbaric chamber that he can sort cards into.
I hang out in there sometimes too. Yeah.
He looks like a little transformer, but in a big Yeah, in a big case.
It's like the Get Smart cone of silence, if you've ever seen that before.
Oh, yeah. Next piece of business.
We
said thank you to Pile of Bones Brewery.
Yeah, we sure did.
But you know what? I do want to talk about Sidewalk Slam again.
Okay.
Because I seen the first episode.
They're released now, right? People are bugging me. They're like,
no,
hey,
you know what? Tyler moved. Then he had no internet. Then he went on a vacation. Frick, we don't pay him to go on vacation.
No.
So it's going to come out season 2, episode 1 is going to come out the first week of January.
Can he not edit without the internet?
Well, he couldn't download like the files I sent him.
What a dink.
Yeah, I know.
Figure it out.
That whole internet thing.
Use your phone as a hotspot. You don't pay for data in America.
He probably does. He's like he's in Oklahoma. All their internet towers get blown over and stuff from tornadoes.
He's got like American internet prices. It would curl,
dude.
Our American friends, it would curl your hair if you find out how much me and Ryan pay to own a cell phone. It is insane.
Oh no, it would curl your hair to know how much we pay for flight plane tickets.
Well, yeah, but that has nothing to do with the internet.
It would curl your hair to know, if you lived in the UK, that we can't even get on a passenger train. We just don't have them here.
Yeah. In a country that was literally built on the railroad.
Yes.
Like, we're in a town right now that was a hub for the Trans-Canada Railroad. The reason people live in British Columbia right now is because of the city we're sitting in and the train that goes through it. And we can't take a train to go out there.
Nope.
It's insane.
That's okay.
Don't make no sense. I would totally do it. I think it would be fun.
Oh, dude, that takes so long.
I know, but it would be fun. Yeah. I think it would be cool because you get to go through like all the back roads and all the tunnels through the thing. And like, oh man, like so many people nitroed themselves to make this tunnel so I can go through it. Right? Well, that happened.
We're off topic.
Yes.
Watch Sidewalk Slam. It's coming out. There's going to be one a month. They're a ton of fun. You can see our faces on them now, not just top down.
Yeah.
And
you can see me go like this.
Yes.
You can see that if you're on YouTube, which you should be, because they work really hard to make us look good.
Yep. Yeah. We're looking forward to working with Tyler again in the new year on Sidewalk Slam, and of course, Editor Joe on Commander Cookout.
Yeah, at least one of us is.
Yes, very much so. Mm-hmm. Also looking forward to Lessons from CEDH with John. He is actually pretty smart.
I don't know if that's true. I've never spoken to the man.
Remember I said it yesterday. I said that he put out the Stacks deck tech for the holidays. You can watch it on Friday. And he pokes a little bit of fun at me and my Lord of the Rings fetish. Can we call it that?
Yeah.
I think we just call it that.
Yeah.
And
I know that you call Rebecca Arwen when I'm not around. I know that. I know that. I'm perfectly aware that's real.
Can you imagine if I called Rebecca Arwen?
I don't have to imagine. I'm sure it's happening.
She would look at me and just this. And,
that's a factual fact.
I
just laid out on the internet just now.
That's a funny joke, but this is more accurate.
Yeah, it's a funny fact I just said.
She would do this. She would say, "Don't ever fucking call me that again." Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
No.
Sure thing, Frodo, whatever, and just go and mow the lawn. Oh, baby.
No. She would say, the minute you look like Viggo Mortensen in Lord of the Rings, you can call me whatever you want. That's what she'd say probably, because he was pretty sexy. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm into him.
He's pretty medium. I don't know.
7 out of 10, like Tyler.
I don't know if anybody on Lord of the Rings was actively sexy.
What about Liv Tyler, but in that movie she was in when she was younger?
Well, no, it has to be in Lord of the Rings.
Oh. What about Orlando Bloom?
No.
It doesn't do it for you?
Yeah, that's not my thing.
I know lots of people who that's like his big break. That was his first movie.
Well, I'm
happy for him.
It's great for him. He's a good actor though too.
Yeah. What about
I just like there was no like, I don't know. I wasn't like, not that you have to be. There doesn't need to be a sex symbol in every movie. But I was like, oh man, I don't know. I'm just not really feeling anybody here.
I'm a big Kate Blanchett fan. And I think it's because of that movie.
Instead of a king, you could have a queen. I saw
her head spinning around, puke shooting out, going down the stairs backwards.
No, that's The Exorcist.
Oh, that was a different movie.
That's a different movie.
It's the same kind of vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, they're basically the same.
Yeah. Anyways, we got Lessons from CEDH coming up. It's going to be great. Myself and Mac are going to do deep dives. Brando's going to come along. He doesn't know that yet, but he's coming along for some of them too.
Well, I wanted to.
Well, yeah, that's why you're coming along.
Okay,
you
cool.
freaking guy.
Oh, cool.
Those are all going to be kicking off in January. I'm excited because it's more stuff. And that brings me to the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Is we're on the train again for another year. Even though we can't get on a train, we're on the train.
Is it the hype train?
Well, it's going to be hype for new sets because we're going to do reviews. It's going to be the hype train for CCO experiences and Magic Cons. And we're putting ourselves out there for another year. Despite this, I could go back to doing what I used to be doing and make way more money. But I like doing this better.
Well, this is fun.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, why don't we do something that's fun?
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's why we're here.
That's the first thing that I wanted to say outside of the podcasting business is
we're going to do a ton of fun stuff. We're going to do Chicago.
Here.
And
we're doing it. Yeah. You want to get into Chicago? Is that where we're going?
Well, no, we're going like Chicago and Vegas.
Yes.
And at least one other place. And then Calgary, Edmonton, if they happen. But I know that we're going to go to at least one other one. And I hope that it's another new city where I get to meet lots of new people. And super secretly, I hope that it's in the southeastern United States, even though I know none of them are going to be there. Because I really want to go there because there's like swamps and alligators and outrageously big snakes. And I want to see them from far away because they kind of scare me a little bit. But I want to see an alligator in real life, not in an aquarium situation. I think that would be lots of fun.
Tyler just sent me the new intro for Sidewalk Slam Season 2. You want to see it?
Yes.
Want to see it live on air?
Yeah, I do.
While you're watching it, I'm going to say we're going to Vegas in October. We're going to Chicago in February. That's next month. I got to get my plane ticket. We are going to wherever else that Face to Face has in Western Canada. The other one is in Amsterdam. And
let's go to fucking Amsterdam, baby!
Smitty and I talked about it.
Fucked up sex clubs. Lucy Lawless with a 5-ended dildo gun. We're there, baby. I would pay money to see Lucy Lawless with a...
What you said.
She's like 52 years old, and she is so good looking.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. She hadn't aged at all.
Safe to Google?
Absolutely.
I'm Googling.
Google Lucy Lawless. You will be impressed.
What did you think of the intro?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was really
fun.
good. Good on you, Tyler. 7 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Now get to work, you scum.
The thing about Amsterdam is I looked into flights, and it's going to be like $3,400 per person.
Oh, God damn it.
So it makes it a little bit tough for your good friend Ryan to plan a CCO experience there without some substantial monetary donations and support. So if that's
what about I gotta go too?
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm the one that's planning it.
Oh yeah.
So if anybody in the nation in Europe that wants to go to Magic Con Amsterdam, can put us up so we don't have to worry about booking somewhere, or if a bunch of people can confirm that they're gonna go and they want to get like an Airbnb or whatever you have in Europe. And there is some donations that we talk about, or some, maybe a product trade, or maybe we work something out and we can get to Amsterdam 100%. We will go and we want to.
CC Hostel.
The CC Hostel.
Oh, no, that's not where we're staying. That's what could happen if we go to Eastern Europe. I just thought of that.
Maybe we'll just stay in a CC Hostel.
I hope that it's more Euro trip and less hostel. That would be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm even okay with nude beaches.
There's only the 3 Magic Cons this year?
Yeah, 3 Magic Cons. Okay. The Command Fests are regional and coincide with or they offset when Pro Tours or regional championship weekends are. And the schedules for those are kind of released more regionally and closer to the event. So we don't know where those are yet, I don't think.
We'll probably go to some of those too.
Oh yeah, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, maybe there'll be one in Fargo, North Dakota.
What?
I don't know.
I don't want to go there.
No, I just made that up.
I don't want to go there. I want to go to Miami.
Yeah.
Or Houston.
CCO in Miami.
Yeah, we could. No, I'm not going to say what we could do because I only know one thing that they do in Miami besides swim and complain about the government because they're old. And we're not allowed to talk about it on the show. But let me tell you, AEW's Tony Khan uses it to stay up all night and write wrestling. Mm-hmm. People going to know what that is. Marching powder, baby.
I was messaging Tyler and didn't hear any of what you said, so I hope that editor Joe doesn't have to edit any of it out. Okay, let's move to. We talked about CCO experiences. That was the orange.
We did. Come join us. Have fun. It's going to be great, and we want to meet you.
Yes, you don't have to be in our house to come meet us. In Chicago, I've had maybe at least 20 people, or people who say, my friends also listen. We want to know where you are. Can we come to the house? Can we do this? Can we do that? I keep saying, no, you can't come to the house, but we're going to be there for 3 days. We're going to eat pizza.
We're going to see a shit fountain.
We're going to do all the stuff that people do at Magic Cons. Yeah. We're going to have an area. We're going to have time at the creator booth. Brando secured us 2 till 3:30 on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there. We're going to just rush that whole place with CCO people and show WotC that CCO Nation is the best community in Magic. We're going to give away booster packs and stickers and tokens and merch, and we're going to have it all there. And we're going to play Magic and drink beer for 3 days.
Here's how far I'm willing to go to get people to come to the creator area.
Okay.
If we can get a substantial presence, I will stand next to an official Wizards of the Coast representative, and I will fart.
Like audibly?
Audibly. I will fart next to an official WotC human.
I want this to happen now. Can I videotape it?
I hope so.
Can we get multiple angles, like a butt angle and a face angle?
Absolutely.
Oh, and the WotC face angle
of their face is what you're going to want.
When they smell it.
Because you know how I eat on those strips. It's beer and tacos, baby. Like somebody's going down. I will crop dust somebody until they die.
No, you should tell them that
people show up.
You should tell them that you're doing it and get them to guess what it's going to sound like
or smell like.
Oh, I don't want this. I don't want that part.
Yes, you do.
I want nothing
to do. Yes, you do.
With...
Everybody wants everything to do with this.
I'm dibsing out on the butt angle.
See,
I just want the front angle.
See, but you show up. That's the kind of stuff you... High-class, highbrow entertainment with Commander Cookout Podcast, baby. Mm-hmm.
What else do we have to look out for or look forward to in 2024? So,
besides new friendships and new adventure, I feel like the episode's already over.
Well... See you next week.
Yeah.
Guess we'll go drink beer.
We got beer to drink. We got products to look at.
Okay.
There's all sorts of interesting things happening in 2024.
I got you. You got the list of products up there. On my screen, I got this. Number of sets. Now, I know you have the list there so you could just count.
Oh, okay. I won't look. Because you're going to quiz me on something.
No, it's not a quiz. It's not a question. Number of sets. They've announced like Modern Horizons 3 and the Western Outlaws of Thunder Junction and stuff.
Pew, pew,
and
pew,
Fallout.
pew,
Pew, pew, pew, yeah. Do you think we're going to get extra stuff thrown in there?
Okay, let me see. There's one. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
More or less secret layers than last year?
More.
More?
55 was last year. I'll bet you we
are. 2023 is 55.
Yep. I'm going to say...
60?
I'm going to say above 60.
Above 60.
I think we're going over 60 for 2024.
Am I going to purchase any of them? That's a good question right there.
No, that's a hard question. Okay. Now, based on yesterday's show, I have to have a caveat.
Am I going to own any of them that aren't given to me?
Yeah.
Oh, see that? Yeah, see that? I'm still word ninjing you there.
No, but you know the ones I mean.
Am I going to want to own any? Am I going to want any?
I'm going to say yes. I am.
Yeah?
Previous years, I would say no. Last year, I had a guaranteed.
Yeah, that was easy.
Fucking layup, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're going to get you this year again. I think they are.
They are?
Yep, I think they are.
Do you think this? I just thought of this one when we were talking about this. Do you think there's going to be more secret persistent petitioners?
Yes.
You do? Because we just got a new apostle, right?
Yep. There's been new apostles. There's been new rats of both kinds. And there's been new persistent petitioners.
Over the last couple of years or whatever.
Well, persistent petitioners in Ravnica.
I'm Ravnica, sure we got the old bordered ones. Good thing I didn't invest in all foils yet, hey?
Man, you just don't. Just don't, man.
We're getting a new Bruvac in Ravnica Remastered, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, there's one of 3 cards that are awesome in that set.
Oh, yeah.
For us, not
Bruvac,
for you.
Very awesome. Let's get into the sets then. What's the first one? January is Ravnica Remastered.
And I could not give less of a shit.
Our next episode of Commander Cookout is maybe going to be our look at Ravnica Remastered.
Yeah, so preview. I do not give a shit. I think that for people who didn't play during OG Ravnica, tons of cool stuff.
Yep.
This is just like I say about every set like this, so much for you. There's Shocklands. There's a whole bunch of really curated, really good Ravnica stuff that you probably don't have that you're going to be able to pick up for way less money.
And important stuff for the format, right? Like Shocklands are a very important part of deck building because once you have a set, it's like it makes building almost whatever you want way easier.
And let me, yes. But, and I'm not saying this is gospel. I stand to be corrected, and I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
A lot of the verbiage they've used to describe where you would get a Shockland in this set is very, very similar to where they described you getting a Shockland in Unfinity, and those things were not common.
No.
So I'm hoping that that's just a weird coincidence, and we actually
don't they just exist in a rare slot?
No.
Oh,
they're like they're their own little special thing, and it's stupid. And I hope that in this
or
one,
do they
just where they should be.
do they just mean like the potential of where you could get a serialized one?
There are no serialized ones.
No, there's serialized Shocklands.
Oh yeah, old border ones.
Yeah, the old border ones. Yeah,
old
border
ones.
serialized. Yeah,
balls.
I need a new Sacred Foundry. I just traded Smitty.
Oh.
I had one. I traded him for some Lord of the Rings cards.
Jeez.
Man, those dang foil frickin' Lorien revealeds, hey? Those are expensive.
Yeah, but the point is Ravnica Remastered. I'm just not, for me, because I did get so into Ravnica initially, and kind of as periodically as they've come out, I want an anime Krenko. Maybe a full art life from the loam. That's
I got two things to say about Ravnica, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, because it's bleh.
First thing, Ravnica Remastered, first set ever where nearly exclusively I like the anime art printings.
Cool.
I like the style and variations and card selections that they gave us in the anime style.
Yep, I concur.
In the past, I either haven't liked them or anime's not my thing or I didn't like the cards. These ones I like.
These ones are good.
Cool.
I like the Spark Double also is really cool. Big fan of that.
Okay, that was the first thing I wanted to say. Okay. Second thing I wanted to say about Ravnica Remastered is, and I don't remember.
Probably wasn't that good.
No, it was good.
Nah, no, I don't mean you. I mean the set.
Oh.
We'll remember it for next week, and we'll have lots more to say about it. And don't just not come back because I say, I don't give a shit. Because I will give a shit for your benefit, because there's lots of value to you, the listener, in the set, just not for me, the orator.
I thought you were going to say old guy.
And you know what? That's okay.
Sure.
It's fine that these things aren't all for me. That's great.
Let's get a drink of Pile of Bones, and we'll come back and do the next set.
Sounds fantastic.
I remember what it was.
Okay.
This is our first Ravnica set ever that isn't guild-focused. Now, mechanically, that doesn't really change anything for Commander players, but it might be interesting just to see if it's not based on 10 two-color pairs, what cards are remastered.
Let me give everybody out there a little teaser of something that I'm going to get real upset about.
Uh-oh.
As you know, all these sets have rare slots.
Yes.
I am very upset that there is a particular type of card in the set that is being reprinted, all at rare. Ooh. I'm going to say there's 10 or 12 of them. Ooh. And I am not happy.
Tune into the Ravnica Remastered
preview show.
Crap all over it show, I guess.
We're not going to do that. We're going to have fun too. But we're going to have fun crapping also. Because as you know, pooping is fun.
Next month. Or the month after that.
The next month after that is, I guess, two things. And I have to differentiate there are two things. Because one of them I'm whatever. I don't give a shit. And the other one I'm very excited about.
Ooh, I don't know which one is going to be which, actually.
Okay. It's Murders at Karlov Manor.
Yes.
And Ravnica Clue Edition.
Okay, let me guess.
Okay.
For people, this is going to be similar to Lost Caverns of Ixalan and special guest Jurassic Park.
Ish.
Okay? So, Murder at Karlov Manor it's Ravnica still, right? Yep. It happens on Ravnica.
Oh, goody.
And there's a dude who's trying to solve a mystery of a murder at Karlov Manor.
Right.
But also, it's special guest Clue, because who owns Clue?
Hasbro.
Fucking Hasbro, of course.
Talal or one?
Yeah. Which one are you excited about and which one do you hate? I want to say you're excited about Clue and you don't give a shit about the Ravnica set.
You got it,
there.
baby.
Okay.
Clue is my favorite board game from when I was a kid. And we'll talk
Really?
about, oh, yeah.
Everybody hates Clue.
I love Clue. I have a Clue game that's from 1950 at my house that I used to play with my grandma when I was a little kid. It's got all the OG pieces and everything. I freaking love Clue.
Oh, man, I was going to make an old man joke, and I didn't even have to because you worded that like the game and you were both kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't have to because I went there anyway. And it's going to give me the opportunity to equip a brash taunter with a lead pipe and kill Max Crandell with it. Yeah, baby.
Oh, man.
And if it couldn't get any more exciting, if it couldn't get any better, there is going to be a Ravnica Clue Edition boxed set that comes with all of the Clue cards, so you don't have to buy collector boosters to find them. They're just going to sell them to you, and you get like a Clue X Magic variant game that's going to be so much fun to play, and I'm so excited about it.
Okay.
And
I'm going to turn you up to 11.
Can't.
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay, let's do it.
Max Crandell
Yeah.
has guaranteed that in Chicago, we will go for beer. Also, the set du jour, when we're in Chicago, the set that comes out that weekend that you can buy, Clue.
Oh, baby. Oh, I'm going to cheat so I can put a lead pipe on a mask. Oh, baby. I'm going to have a brash taunter and a lead pipe in my pocket at all times.
Stapled together.
Oh, no. Because I'd be able to slip them out of my pocket into my hand when nobody's looking.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I've never been so excited to cheat at Magic the Gathering in my life.
Be playing Cheaty Face and Mind Slavery, take control of Max Crandell's turn. You don't notice.
Oh, classic move. Here's why. I'm not excited about Murders at Karloff Manor because it's another Ravnica set. I don't give a shit.
I'm interested in the story. I'm interested in what they're doing.
And it has the distinction of being the first showcase art I actively do not like.
Oh,
yeah? The ones where it's like the photographs of the characters.
Oh, they look like
a detective notebook.
Yeah.
I do not like those.
That's a classic trope, though, hey? Like,
it's
the board game trope, right?
But something about it, like, oh, it's not Magic. That's not it. But it's just
if we were making that argument still, man, oh smokes.
Yeah, it's just it rubs me the wrong way. Like it hits me wrong, just like sketch art did. I don't like it. It's unappealing to me, and
that's fine.
And I'm sad that I'm going to open those cards. I'm like, oh man, this is the only version of this card I have. Shit.
Yeah. But
c'est la vie. Maybe my mind will change as it is wont to do.
Maybe you see them, and you say like, "Hey, these look pretty good." I saw the full art Lost Caverns Ixalan cards, like the basics.
Yeah,
those look pretty freaking good. And you know what? I didn't really like them until I seen them.
Sure.
Now I do.
Well, we'll see if that keeps going. Speaking of full art shit,
next set
is Universes Beyond. I think it's going to be released like Doctor Who in Fallout. That's 4 Commander decks. We already have the Commanders spoiled as of this recording. Mm-hmm. They're going to do the collector booster gimmick just like they did with Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. I'm very excited for this. We know that a few of the reprints include Wasteland.
Well, yeah.
They're printing Wasteland into that's a big deal. That's a big thing. And there's a couple of neat Commanders.
They kind of did Wastelands in Lord of the Rings that was a box topper. I guess doesn't really count.
Yeah, that doesn't count. This is one you're guaranteed to get. So it's going to have your full art treatments. It's going to have all of the things from Fallout that would make really interesting Magic cards with the little Pip-Boy guy.
Yeah.
And all the Vault-Tec like propaganda poster stuff.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a really unique and really cool looking set here. I
assume
it's going to be cool.
I watched the live weekly MTG live stream when they previewed all of this, and I'm like, it's just secrets out. I don't watch movies or play video games.
That's why you have me.
I'm not a real nerd. How can I talk on the internet? But I got excited about Fallout because aesthetically, it looks like how I know that Fallout looks.
Yep.
I've seen Fallout altars all over the place. I'm immersed in pop culture. I have a kid, and I am a nerd on the internet. And there's sometimes Fallout references on the Discord. I've got Brando. You've played the games.
Yeah.
I've seen them in stores, like gaming stores and stuff. So I'm versed in what it looks like and what it's about. And it looks as though Magic has captured what it's about. Like it looked like they captured with Doctor Who.
Yep.
And what I can confirm, being an entrenched Lord of the Rings nerd, they did capture with Lord of the Rings. So at this point, and what Warhammer people tell me they feel when they see the pre-con Warhammer deck. So at this point in time,
I did a lot of research on those Warhammer things, and even like from my tertiary glance, I think that they did a really good job there too. These Universes Beyond, as much as people complain about them, I think they're knocking it out of the park.
That's where I was going. Okay, so we've got enough data to make a trend line now. So we've got 40K.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings.
Super great.
We'll call Jurassic Park. We'll say Jurassic Park's in there.
It was good.
And they're good.
Yep.
At least they look good, and we know that the cards are flavorful because we've seen the movies.
Yep.
So that. Doctor Who was good. That's a data line of 4 sets. Clue and Fallout, we're going to put those... They look like they've captured the essence of those things.
Yep.
And we know that they've got Clue aficionados because they just go to Hasbro and say, hey, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And Hasbro's like, well, you make all the money, so you can do it.
Yeah, you make I love that shit.
And Clue is not something that like, it's not like something that you could have two very diverse opinions about. Like, it's a board game, and and it's self-contained, right? It's not like I can have an opinion about Clue and it be vastly different or a different interpretation of the game than you can, because it's a board game and it's self-contained. So to reskin that or to rebrand that onto Magic when you've got a fucking enterprise of people that are like getting good at this, I think that the Clue skin, Universes Beyond, whatever, is going to be good.
I do too.
And I think that the Fallout one is going to be good.
I think the Fallout one's going to be goddamn excellent.
Let's skip ahead.
No, hang on. I got one more thing I got to say right off of what you were saying.
Okay.
Universes Beyond. All these hits out of the park. What's the one that they missed? What's the one that wasn't very good?
Ooh.
Transformers.
Oh.
God damn it.
That was kind of shoehorned in there, hey?
Sure was.
That was really shoehorned in there.
They
Especially because it was like after 40K and before Lord of the Rings. Like, why wasn't it after Lord of the Rings? Or why wasn't it... They had to have known they had a good product with Warhammer 40K. Like, they had to have recognized, like, these decks are powerful, they play well together, it's an endearing franchise with lots of Magic crossover. Like, why didn't they put a little bit more...
I can't think of a single Transformers card I even know what it does.
I want to say, like, ad spend, or, like, why didn't they put a little bit more oomph behind the Transformers?
Yeah.
Because it feels very shoehorned in.
And it's, like, their second biggest IP. Like, do it some respect. You fucks.
It's probably not their second biggest IP.
It is to me.
Oh, I was going to say probably Monopoly's bigger.
Or we're jumping ahead. What are we
We're jumping ahead. Speaking all the Universes Beyond, this is going to be in July.
Yeah.
This is Assassin's Creed. All of the things I said, now, biases aside, I think depending on what portion of the franchise they focus on, right? Because it exists in a whole bunch of different times, right?
Yes.
Like frickin' back in the pyramids, and then Vikings, and then like medieval times.
It started in Egypt and came up to the future. And by the future, I mean from now. Like 2020, whatever.
So depending on when they focus is going to be what lens we have to view it through, right? We can't say, oh, they didn't get this right because in the Egypt one or the Valhalla one, it was different, right? No. What part of Assassin's Creed are they going to look at? And if we view it through that lens and kind of eliminate the rest of the stuff, I bet you it'll be very good.
I have two things I worry about.
Oh,
and I'm going to put them out.
Fortnite too. They shoehorned that in, and that's like the biggest game in the world. They should have done better on that.
Sure.
Assassin's Creed. Go.
Assassin's Creed. Here's my two things that I worry about.
Yeah.
One, the modern day settings in Assassin's Creed. You legitimately could have a guy in a bunny hugging jeans on a Magic card. And he's not he's not a psychic. They don't go to another realm.
He doesn't have grappling hooks.
Right. He's just some dude. And
does he use a gun?
No, he's like, he can't even fight. He's just some asshole in a hoodie and a pair of jeans.
They're probably not going to do that. It's not very interesting.
But it could happen.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that could happen, and you got to emotionally prepare for that.
Yeah.
The other one is all of the main characters of Assassin's Creed all kind of look the same. So if you have Altair and Ezio and Egypt guy, when you look at them from the back, they all have the same hood on, and they all have the same pants on, and they all use the same weapon.
Have you ever seen Jace? He looks the same all the time.
Well, yeah, but he's Jace. He's one iteration of one guy.
Oh, I thought that's how Assassin's Creed worked.
No, they're all
different guys?
Yes, it's a different guy every time. So you could run into, because nobody and you can lie and say that you do. You don't know what Altair looks like. You can't picture him in your head. Nobody listening to me right now knows what that man looks like. I'll bet you most of the people who are casual Assassin's Creed fans don't even know which game he was the assassin in. Let us know down in the comments. But I think that they all kind of look the same, and that could be a difficult thing to overcome, right? Is to make them look like they do in the game, but different from each other enough to dedicate like 12 cards to these guys. Maybe
from a Magic standpoint, maybe that's a strength, because let's say I got into Assassin's Creed because I heard the Valhalla song on YouTube, and I'm like, hey, what game's this from? I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And then I play Magic, so I'm like, oh, this guy looks like the guy from the game I played.
I guess.
Not knowing it's a different guy because I'm not that enfranchised.
Like, this isn't that same guy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's a strength. Maybe it's pleasure through ignorance, right? Like, I don't know, so I'm just okay with it.
Assassin's Creed Origin, by far my favorite one. I know it's not the best one, but it is my favorite.
There you go. Let's jump back there. After Fallout, this is Q2. We don't know when this is going to come out. I assume June, because that's when they do a product release, and we have a July product release in Assassin's Creed, which is confirmed.
Yeah.
This is Outlaws at Thunder Junction. This is the first freaking Western set. I'm pumped for this.
It's also the 100th Magic expansion.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Like full set expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I think this is going to be really cool. I've gone on the internet as to say, I think we're going to see the return of battles, except instead of having sieges, they're going to be duels.
Duels, like shootouts. Pew, pew.
Yeah, that's just me.
Do you think there's going to be an equipment where it's like a steel plate under your poncho?
Oh, no. Not steel plate. The door on one of those potbelly stoves.
Oh,
yeah.
There's going to be
stove lid.
I'm waiting for saloon doors.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of and we made this joke before already. Saloon spittoon.
Kick the door open, you'd intimidate.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Because you kick the door open.
Kick the door open to the saloons.
Oh, and that'd be cool. I don't even know what intimidate does.
Saloon door hits you on the butt on the way out.
Sarsaparilla bottle.
What about horsemanship?
Maybe.
You think horsemanship come back?
Self-playing piano.
Oh, yeah, haunted piano.
Yeah.
Oh, what about jump off the balcony onto your horse?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Bury my shell at Wounded Knee.
What about dragged by the neck behind a horse?
Oh, quartered. Oh, now we're getting dark.
What about public hanging?
Yup. Now we're talking. Yep. Shunning from the village.
Oh, buried, and your face gets eaten by ants.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Staked out in the pen and you get stampeded by cows.
Oh, yeah, no, horse pulls your limbs apart.
Yeah, that's quartering.
Oh, yeah, quartering. Yeah,
that's what that is, yeah.
Man, it's hard to pick anymore without going racist. And that was the problem for like 30 years, right?
But now we're doing it.
They're doing it. So I'm excited to see.
I just would have done it with goblins and elves and merfolk. I would have done it 20 years ago, but that's just me.
Well, then you'd have blue goblins because you can't make them any color that people are.
Why can't they be green? Goblins are green.
What if the merfolk are green?
The merfolk are blue.
Yes.
God, it's not that hard.
I'm excited to see. Okay, we talked about and joked about all the tropes, and the tropes are going to be fantastic. Yeah. Just like the horror tropes in Innistrad 1, remember? Yeah,
spurs.
Like, must have been the wind. That was Innistrad 2, I know. But like the Jekyll and Hyde tropes and all the werewolf tropes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all the tropes, but I'm excited to see kind of like the things that you really are an ingrained part of like a modern Western movie. Like, what do you expect to see? There's probably going to be brothels and very graphic violence and alcohol consumption. Those are three things that I very much associate with modern day cowboy movies.
Do you think there's going to be a car that's want to kill a hooker?
Do you think there's going to be, Do you think that there's going to be wanted posters, showcases? Did we just make the next prediction?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Okay,
we
so
did.
horsemanship, wanted poster showcases.
Return of battles as duels.
Saloon spittoon, saloon doors, steel under your poncho. So you gives you indestructible.
Yeah.
Mithril coat reskin.
That wouldn't be terrible, actually. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy not knowing you have it on is essentially the same thing as it having flash, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you just flash it on and auto equips.
Because he's already shot you and you're down.
It's literally Mithril coat.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Oh, man, that's pretty good. That'll be the box topper.
Oh, man.
Mithril coat reskin.
If we get that exactly right, Watsy has to buy us a beer.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing, also quarter 2.
I just want to talk about Outlaws at Thunder Junction all night. Do you think there's going to be freaking trains?
Yes.
Oh, vehicle trains for my dinosaurs?
Yes.
Oh, do you think there's going to be
stagecoaches? Yes.
Do you think there's going to be dead end bridge where the train drives off the bridge?
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh yeah.
Yep. There's one of those covered bridges that spins around. So you run into it on your horse and they spin the thing
and then you run out the same
other way.
Yeah. Oh man, frick. Oh, do you think? Do you think there's going to be Do you
think there's going to be the band of bandits that shows up to somebody's farm and burns all the horses and kills the family of the cowboy while he's not home?
Oh, or a guy who gets his face burnt so he's got a scar that holds his lip shut? and then later that year, the same guy plays Thanos in the Marvel expansion?
Do you think there's a cannibal that eats people and then gets superpowers from eating people, and then he tricks somebody else into also being a cannibal and eating people, and then he also gets superpowers?
Oh, no, I got another one. Do you think there's going to be one where Wile E. Coyote's riding a rocket or running off of a cliff and then holds up a sign and says help, but then he falls? Do you think there's going to be one that says that?
No. That last one, I don't think so.
Yeah, Looney Tunes got canceled.
Everything up to that part I'm into, but that's as far as I go. Monty Ho Ho 3. I'm gonna go on record. I'll believe it when I see it, and I'm already over everybody on the internet bitching about how this ruins Modern.
Monty Ho Ho 3, because there's going to be new cards and expensive reprints. Yep. Do you think we'll see Urza Saga in there?
Yes.
Do you think we'll see... I don't know what else.
Something else that blows up every format, just like Grief and Fury did? Yes, I do. Because they have to do that to justify the increased price point.
Yeah. Think we'll see fetches in it?
No.
We won't see shocks because we're getting shocks in Ravnica. They probably won't give us shocks twice in the same year, hey?
No. I don't know. Maybe. I don't even care. Modern Horizon sets, I'm kind of done with them.
But they give you so many cards for Commander.
Yeah, beat it. Let's just move on to the next thing. It's Bloomborough.
Yeah, this is like the Secret of Nim. No, what's the books? Watership Down. What's the other book series? You know, with the mice and the foxes and stuff?
Isn't that Watership Down?
Nope, that's just rabbits.
Oh, okay.
Very violent.
Yeah, it's very...
I remember that movie being very violent. And I know it was a book, I know.
Is it Fievel Goes West?
Outlaws at Thunder Junction, eh? Do you think there's going to be a mouse blowing in a tumbleweed?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, man. Oh, no. It's just
rolling.
It's a mouse in a cowboy. It's a mouse in a cowboy hat just sitting on a train on top of somebody's bag, just being sad.
Yes.
And it's just going to break everybody's
Sliding
heart.
down an open banana peel for a slide.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So Bloomborough, I think it will be the cutesiest of cutesy sets.
I think it's going to feel a lot like Eldraine.
And I'll bet you whatever the showcase art is, I'll bet you it's going to be rad.
Yeah, I bet you.
I'm thinking watercolor paintings with animals and story.
I want that.
It's going to look beautiful.
I want that. I bet you it's going to be a mixture of. I bet you it's going to be a mixture of King Arthur style, but don't be confused with Eldraine because I know there's some crossover there. King Arthur / Renaissance, Spanish, Italian Renaissance style, but with Watership Down, Secret of Nim, and what the fuck's the other one?
I don't know. Oh. I don't know. But I think that's going to be a cool one. I do think that it's going to be pretty. All of this, we can't gauge power level ahead of time, but I think that one's going to be really cool looking. I bet that's going to be my favorite looking one of the year. Is my thought.
Outlaws of Thunder Junction, as long as it's not too steampunky.
Oh,
you if it's
too late, bro.
If it's more oh really?
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
If it's more Wild Wild West instead of more frickin'
the Magnificent Seven.
Sure. I'm thinking like traditional cowboy movie from the 60s versus Wild Wild West.
Ravenous.
I want like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And guys looking at each other when it's like a 3-way draw for like 25 minutes. I want that more than I want Wild Wild West. And I don't want Bloomborough to encroach on any of that.
Okay.
Last
one of the year that we have confirmed right now is Dusk Mourn, the House of Horror. And
you're going to like this one.
You know what? I'm tempering my excitement because they've already done it in the Phyrexia sets last year. I think that was, for me, peak horror.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. I was going to say, never temper your excitement because then you won't have been excited the whole time.
Well, it's
better to be excited and let down than to never have been excited.
Oh, no, I don't want to be let down.
Well, if you don't look at it like a letdown, it's still going to be sort of what you think it is, and it's still going to be a Magic set that we're going to talk about and enjoy.
Hell yeah, it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be super cool, but I think they have a large hurdle to already go over, given they've already done
All Will Be One.
My favorite type of visual horror in the body horror that they did in All Will Be One, and I don't know if they can top it aesthetically for me, but I'll bet you they're going to come real close, and they're going to try some shit. I hope they do, because they've already done Innistrad, like Hammer horror,
they've
tropey
done
horror,
classic horror.
Yeah, and so it's
like,
not going to be. So now it's going to be what's left: Saw and Scream and all that stuff.
Slasher movies. I don't think that they'll go slasher.
They might do like the Kings of Horror. So you have like a Chucky card and a Scream guy card.
What's the picture?
Man, that could be so cool. There's like a dude looking in a mirror.
Gives me 13 Ghost vibe, hey, doesn't it?
Yeah, with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
He's in that? All I remember is the Juggernaut holding that guy up and breaking him in half backwards.
That was awesome.
I remember that part.
Man, you know, the guy that played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo, whose name Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
There's no reason he should not play Carnage in a Marvel movie.
I don't know what that means.
Lots of people out there do.
Carnage? Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
The Spider-Man villain?
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard would make an excellent Cletus Cassidy. Excellent. And I'm just throwing that out there. That's another, maybe not a prediction, but a wish list thing. Matthew Lillard also, Magic player. So he probably listens to us. So get on that, bud.
Man, I can't find what the hell these books are called. Oh, no, I just did.
Barnes and...
No, that's the website.
Oh. Farm and Gobble.
Farm and Gobble. Redwall.
Yeah, that is it. Redwall is it. There was a cartoon about Redwall. I remember watching that when I was a kid.
Wasn't there a bunch of different Redwall books, though?
Well, yeah.
They all are.
Yeah, there's tons of books, but I remember watching the cartoon when I was a kid.
That's what it's going to be. Okay, I'm changing my prediction. Okay. It's a little bit going to be a crossover between Chronicles of Narnia and Redwall. There it is.
Yeah, Redwall for sure.
Yeah.
Now that I feel like an idiot for not thinking of that.
Yeah, me too.
Man. Yeah. So 2024 over 2023, Ryan. What do you think? Is it going to be more... Lord of the Rings aside.
Oh.
Okay? Lord of the Rings cannot be part of the conversation when gauging overall excitement for the IPs. Do you think it's going to be a better year, an equal year, or I don't want to say worse. Because I think I was more hyped for core sets last year than I am this year, but I'm still excited.
I know that they will. I know that they'll give us fantastic, great, powerful, format-defining and influential cards that I want to play, that I want to paint, that I want to own, that are going to be expensive. But it's hard to imagine cards that are better than things like Mondrak, Elish Norn, Mother of Machines, Shieldred, the card draw one.
Yeah, Vorinclex.
Yes, it's hard to imagine cards that are going to be better than the One Ring or Orky B, right?
Compy Swarm.
It's hard to imagine Sauron the Dark Lord just not being the best commander in my mind. But Lord of the Rings aside, we're getting another horror aesthetic set in whatever it's called.
Oh, I hope there's Scream Guy. I want there to be Scream Guy so bad.
I think this time around where the mechanics and the set design is actually horror themed instead of just like the horror visual that we got in All Will Be One.
Yeah.
I think the new horror set's going to be actually horror, and it's going to be actually fantastic. I'm excited for that over All Will Be One, though I don't think the cards will be as good as All Will Be One.
Fair.
I am very excited, more excited than I've been in a good long while, not counting Lord of the Rings, for Outlaws at Thunder Junction.
This is going to be a good one.
I have been, for more than a decade, wanting a Western set. Since the first idea came into my mind, like back in 2008, 9, 10, whenever, like that's a long time ago. I've been thinking, why don't they do a Western set, right? And then they missed their opportunity as kind of the world kind of became a little bit more sensitive to kind of Western tropes, traditional Western tropes, and how that isn't always presented in a okay way for a kid's game. And then I thought, well, it'll never happen, at least not the way it traditionally has been presented. Now it is. So I'm excited to see not only the set, but what they came up with.
I wonder if they're going to cross over with Borderlands. That'd be really cool. But they're not really around anymore, so probably not.
Oh, yeah, but that was like the biggest video game in the world for like a bunch of years, wasn't it? Because there's 2 of them, aren't there?
3 of them.
There's 3 of them. Yeah. But Borderlands 2 was the best one, wasn't it?
Absolutely it was.
Yeah. I bet you we'll see some... That would be a cool crossover. That'd be a good secret layer. That would be a Universes Beyond or a reskin or what do they call it? Friends from...
I don't care.
Friends from other places, whatever it's called.
Visiting guests. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
The point is, 2024 is going to be a great year for Magic. More importantly than Magic, it's going to be a great year for you boys, Ryan and Brando, and for all of you as we get to hang out with you for another year. Thank you so much for having us as part of your daily routine, part of your life and stuff. Thank you to Fusion Gaming and Pile of Bones for helping to support us through another super exciting year. I'm going to be back to kick it off.
Exciting.
Yes, you know what we're doing. You know how it goes. Because money.
Yes.
Speaking of because money, next week we're going to be back for another exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!